Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a skin fade, and the top we're going to cut it using scissors. We're going to start using number 4, and we're going to use number 4 on a diagonal position until the back or middle of the head. We are using the Wahl Senior cordless. After using number 4, we're going to use number 2, also in a diagonal position until the back or middle of the head. After using number 2, we're going to use the 1.5, a little bit lower than we used number 2, and we continue cutting in a diagonal position to avoid making lines. Don't bring the clipper too high so you don't touch number 4 and number 2. Now we're going to open the blade to use the 0.5 or half, and we're going to do the line going down. Close the blade to use number 0 and use it a bit lower than we used the 0.5 or half. Now we're going to use number 1 with an open blade, and we're going to open a way that we're going to blend with number 2 and later with the 1.5 with a closed blade. Continue cutting in a diagonal position to avoid making lines. You can also stretch the scalp to change the angle the hair grows, and that way you can cut shorter. Now we're going to do the most important step of the cut. We're going to open the blade to use the 0.5 or half, and we're going to use the corner or border of the clipper's blade, and we're going to clear the darker areas. We're going to cut from left to right. I didn't edit this part of the video too much so you can see from a close perspective the use and progress of this technique. Now we're going to close the blade to use number 0, and we're going to go back and clear the darker areas using the corner or border of the blade. Remember to brush the hair, cut it so you can see clearly the hair that you want to cut. The rest of the hair on the bottom, you can cut it using the trimmer. After using the trimmer, you can use the foil shaver, and we're going to use the border of the foil shaver's blade, and we're going to cut from left to right. Using a foil shaver is not completely necessary, but it gives it a more clean look on the edge area. We polish this area a bit more using the 0.5 or half. We're going to continue with the right side. We're going to do the same procedure. We're going to start using number 4 on a diagonal position until the back or middle of the head. After using number 4, we're going to use number 2 a bit lower than we use number 4 and continue on a diagonal position until the back or middle of the head. Now we're going to use the 1.5 a bit lower than we use number 2 and continue until the back or middle of the head. Continue clearing the darker areas. Now we're going to use the 0.5 for half and we're going to make the line going down. Close the blade to use number 0 and use it a bit lower than we use the 0.5 or half. Now we're going to use number 1 with an open blade and we're going to open a way that we're going to blend with number 2 and later with the number 1 with a closed blade. Close the blade to use number 1 and you're going to stretch the scalp to change the angle the hair grows, and this way you can cut shorter. Use it a bit lower than we use the number 1 with an open blade. Open the blade to use the 0.5 for half and we're going to clear the darker areas close to the line using the border of the blade. I didn't edit this part of the video so you can see from a close perspective the use and progress of this technique. We're going to use number 0 and we're going to use the border of the clipper's blade and we're going to go back to clear the darker areas left close to the line. The rest of the hair on the bottom, cut it using the trimmer. Now we're going to use the Whal Shaver. We're going to use the border of the Whal Shaver's blade and we're going to shave from right to left. Now we're going to make the connection on the back. We're going to use the 1.5. Use the guard in a diagonal position to avoid making lines and don't go too high so you don't touch number 4 and number 2 area. Open the blade to use number 1 and continue using the corner or border of the clipper's blade and clear the darker areas. Close the blade to use number 1 and continue blending close to the line. Use the 0.5 for half and continue blending the darker areas. Now we're going to cut the top using scissors. We're going to use 2 fingers touching the scalp until the back. In the crown area, we're going to use 1 finger touching the scalp. We are cutting in a 90-degree angle in a horizontal position until the back. Now remember that in the crown area, we're going to use one finger touching the scalp. We're going to connect the line we did on the middle with the right side, using 2 fingers touching the scalp. Remember, in the crown area, we use 1 finger. Later, we're going to connect the line we did in the middle with the left side. Remember, in the crown area, we use 1 finger. Now connect the line we did in the middle with the left side. Remember, in the crown area, we use 1 finger touching the scalp. Now we're going to connect the top with the 3rd lateral section. Continue cutting in a vertical position until the back. Now we're going to do the left side. Adjust the angle of your hand so this area is square. By doing this, you give a more masculine look to the haircut. We are connecting the top with the 3rd lateral section. Now we're going to connect the front area. We're going to start making a cut in the middle, and then we're going to connect the right side and the left side. Use this part of the comb to extract the hair on the forehead area and cut it using the trimmer. We started on the sides because in the front we are not going to cut too much. Now use the trimmer in a vertical position to make the edge. Extract the hair using this part of the comb and cut it using the trimmer. Now we're going to make the shave. We're going to use the straight razor and the shaving cream. Let the straight razor fall softly so you don't cut the customer. Shaving is not necessary. Remember that we use the foil shaver, and with the foil shaver it's pretty close already. Now we're going to use the hair dryer to apply product. I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Here you have a before and after. You can find me on Instagram by Blessed Blade.